pick one. What should we take? Well, there's Michelangelo, which is like a counter green strategy with +1/+1 counters. What does this do? Clones from graveyard, so it's kind of like Reanimator. Let's take the Ocelot Pride. I don't know. It seems powerful here. There's nothing else that's that great. We can go with a mono white strategy, something like that. Okay, well, I think the One Ring is really good, so let's go with that. And then maybe we could do like mono white with One Ring Ocelot Pride. Okay, Sneak. When this creature enters, choose target creature an opponent controls, exile that creature until this creature leaves the battlefield. If these creatures' sneak cost was paid, instead exile the chosen creature. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's like an Oblivion Stone tapped onto a creature. I think that's good. We could potentially do black and white. There's Obsessive Pursuit as well. Kind of like the Turncoat Kunoichi a little bit more than the Thraben Inspector here, so let's grab it. Okay, so in this pack, there's Flicker Wisp, which is always good. What is this? Tapped 2 untapped creatures you control, copy target triggered ability you control. That's pretty good, actually. We have, I guess the One Ring isn't really a triggered ability. But we can copy the Turncoat Kunoichi. We can copy the Ocelot Pride's triggered ability. Yeah, let's try this card out. Flicker Wisp is good. Okay, so we can take a Loran. If we wanted to go blue, or if we wanted to go red and white, we can take Lutri. Let's just take Loran though. It's another ETB. We're kind of getting filled up on 3 drops, but I like it better than the Legion Extruder. Or we could take like a Razor Verge Thicket, but let's just take a Loran. Okay, Palace Jailer's good. Urza's Saga is pretty good. Yeah, Urza's Saga is actually really good. Palace Jailer's also good. And then there's Othari if we wanted to go with red too, which we have some red. I don't know. This is kind of a tough one. I'd say like Othari or Palace Jailer. I'll go with the Jailer here because it keeps our mana a little bit easier. Okay, well, if we wanted to go black, we have the Iron Shield Elf. Discard a card, gains indestructible. Not great. Could go Karn. We could go Corey Steelcutter. Maybe we just go like that. Or take a land, Mountain Plain Swamp, which is kind of good. Yeah, let's take the land. Because we have red here, even though this is basically white, but we do have black. So the Triumph would not be bad. Okay, so Sephiroth, we need to sacrifice a ton of stuff. We don't have great sacrifice outlets. Let's take the Skull Clamp. I'm not a huge fan of this Appa card. Okay, and then what is this? So when it enters, exile up to target one other creature at the beginning of your next end step. You may pay 4. Return it to the battlefield. 3 mana, 2/1 with flying? At the beginning of the next end step. So if we kill this, then the creature is just gone forever. All right. Green is definitely open. I'll take the Bitterbloom Bearer, actually. It has flash, it has flying, it makes a 1/1, which is good with our Skull Clamp. Yeah, let's take it. Okay, Obsessive Pursuit is something I was looking at earlier. Let's try that. Fire Covenant, maybe. I mean, green does seem open in this, so yeah, we're just getting a ton of green cards. Okay, wow, tough pack here. The Mock Sapphire is really good, because we have a lot of expensive cards. But there's also a Scrubland. There's also an Arid Mesa. Jeez, I do want to play our black spells. Like, we do not have to play these 4-drops that we picked up. I kind of just want the Scrubland here. Because if we wanted to play the Bitterbloom Bearer, we kind of need it. Let's just take Scrubland. Okay, Guide of Souls. Nice. Ocelot Pride, Guide of Souls. I like that. Alright, let's go. I'm going to snap pick that. Savin's Reclamation, Twilight Drover. When it enters, surveil 2. When one or more other creatures you control entered, if they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token. Okay, that's not really our thing. Maybe we just take the Polluted Delta here. Polluted Delta takes the Scrubland. It takes like a tapped land. Other than that, there's more 3-drops that we can grab, which I'm not super into at the moment. So let's take this. Looking for some good 2-drops. We're not going to really play these, but I like this. We have some really good early plays with our Guide of Souls, and then we have some super powerful late plays too. Okay, so I don't really want to play red. So I don't really want to take the Blood Crypt. We haven't seen anything great to play red for. So I say that's either a... Maybe we could take Mind Twist. That's probably the most powerful. There is some Grave Hate with Soul Guide Lantern. We could take more Fixing with Eagles of the North, but let's try to go for the Mind Twist here. Oh wait, Lotus Petal is actually pretty good. Sacrifice another creature, create a treasure token. I think that's fine. We don't need that. Giver of Runes is fine as well, but I like the Lotus Petal. We have some really good 3-drops, some really good 4-drops that we want to ramp out. Sedgemoor Witch, Magecraft, or Fatal Push. This Fatal Push is really nice, but I think I'm going to take the land here, because then we're really set. We have the dual land, we have the shock land, and we have a fetch. We're pretty good after we take that. Okay, so Bloodghast gets Skull Clamped a lot. Jitte is not bad. There's the Lingering Souls, which is also not bad. It's not great. Do we take Jitte? Jitte gives us... And Jitte is pretty good. The Lingering Souls is decent too, but I feel like we have enough token production. Let's take the Jitte and try to find a... I don't know. Okay, Cabal Ritual, Birthing Ritual, Hogak, Flying Backup. Sure, let's just take this. Okay, we'll take the removal spell. Ooh, Yawgmoth. That's interesting. So there's a lot of ETBs. We actually do have a lot of ETBs right now with Ephemerate. Yawgmoth is pretty cool, though. You know what? Let's just take the Yawgmoth. I don't know if that's the correct play, but I want to try it. We'll take the Twilight Diviner and, I don't know, Doomsday. What is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. I'll take the sacrifice green, red. All right, Yawgmoth is pretty cool. Ah, Ragavan, that would have been great. Tide Hollow Sculler, Overlord, so we can mill return something. Overlord is fine. I don't know. We could take another Shield Rid, and then that life gain is nice, but I don't know, nothing's great here. Even the Anger. City of Traders isn't even that good. I just really want fast mana in this deck. Unexpectedly Absent. Um, Even Urza's Bauble isn't great. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go with the Overlord. Something with like a Felia can help get it out of there. Okay, so Gravecrawler is interesting. Gravecrawler is actually an infinite combo. We have this, which makes a copy of it. Then this, we can sacrifice by recasting the Gravecrawler over and over again, which could give us infinite treasures. It's also something we can sacrifice. Do we have other zombies? This is a zombie. I think that's it. I think this is the only zombie we have. But it's funny. Oh, what else are we taking in this pack? A Lion Sash for Grave Hate? I guess we should. Let's take the Lion Sash, and if we wheel Gravecrawler, we'll play it. Okay, Voidwalker's actually good. Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil. Interesting. We have the Savai Triome. Mayhem Devil is good. We passed a lot of stuff already, though. I think I'm just going to take the Douthie. There is also a Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, but let's take Douthie Voidwalker. I think it's really strong here. Okay, Zerda's good. Let's take the Dark Ritual here. We could actually play Dark Ritual. Deep Cavern Bat is fine. What is this? Enters, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less. It deals combat damage, sacrifice it. And I don't know what Mayhem is. Maybe if you've like damaged someone already. Do we need another 4-drop for Sarah Paragon? It's good. We can cast stuff out of our graveyard. Or do we just take like a bat or something to try to control our opponents more? Let's take the bat. Okay, so we can get swamps. We can get the Luminarch Aspirant. Imperial Seal. Imperial Seal gets us the One Ring pretty much every single time. See, usually I take a Luminarch Aspirant, but I think I'm going to go with the Seal here. Ooh, Lurrus and Recurring Nightmare. Lurrus seems pretty good here. Let's take Lurrus. Oh, there's Enduring Innocence too. And Recurring Nightmare would be good. We need to make 1/1s with this Enduring Innocence. Oh man, this is tough. You know what? Let's go with Lurrus. It's fun. Okay, so Stoneforge is something I was looking for, but there's a Grim Monolith too. Stoneforge has 3 targets, but we don't have a ton of blink. We actually can't blink that much. Grim Monolith really only helps cast the 1 ring, which is annoying. And then there's also this guy, which is pretty cool. And the Glimmer Lens is good. What am I taking? I guess let's just take the Stoneforge. It's pretty good with all of our equipment that we have. Okay, do we need... You know what, let's take the creature. Alright, I'll take the Gravecrawler. I'll take the Carrion Feeder. Doesn't matter what I take here. Take the Sarah Paragon, Grist. We ended up being an Abzan deck almost. We got a few good green creatures. Ooh, Stitcher's Supplier. Might actually play Stitcher's Supplier. It's a zombie when it enters or dies, mill 3. Yeah, we got some good green cards to play in this too. But I don't think we can play. Okay, interesting. So our deck production, what do we have? Mind Twist. We could just play as like a 3 mana 2-for-1. Wouldn't it be the worst thing in the world? If we wanted to play Lurrus as a companion, we just can't. We cannot play it as a companion. Okay, so this guy, tap 2 untapped creatures you control, copy target triggered ability you control. We have a lot of triggered abilities. Guide of Souls, Ocelot Pride, Deep Cavern Bat, Bitterbloom Bearer. Yeah, we do have a lot. Activate it only once each turn, though. I mean, it's not great. The Guardian Scale Lord? Let's cut that. Kind of want to play the Mind Twist. I'll cut this for now. Jit, Skull Clamp, and Lion Sash are all there for the Stoneforge Mystic. I don't know if Stoneforge Mystic is going to be that great with the Lion Sash. It's fine. How many cards do we need? We still need to cut a lot. Are we playing Gravecrawler? So Gravecrawler can be recast with Lurrus. We can sacrifice it and replay it with the Warren Soul Trader for basically it just kills ourselves. Do we have anything else that we can do? Sarah Paragon. Sarah Paragon's good. I think that's fine. What else does this Gravecrawler work with? Do we have any other zombies? The more zombies we have, the more we can recast it. The Warren Soul Trader, though, are we sacrificing any other creatures, really, for it? Not really. To make treasure tokens? Like, we can sacrifice these 1/1 fairies. That's 2 life, make a mana. Like, that's not great. Stitcher's Supplier. The issue is this Gravecrawler's not doing a ton for our other sack outlets. Like, what are our other sack outlets? Okay, actually, this Twilight Diviner is not bad because we have Sarah Paragon get stuff out of the graveyard. Lurrus gets stuff out of the graveyard. If they entered or were cast from a graveyard, create a token. Anything else? Not really. Anything else comes out of the graveyard? Carrion Feeder. So this is kind of like our Gravecrawler package here. Do I just cut the Gravecrawler package? Tide Hollow Sculler is a zombie. Any other zombies that we have? Bat. Imperial Seal. Um, do we have an infinite combo? I feel like we don't. How much other sacrifice stuff do we have? Because Twilight Diviner's not great here. We don't have anything that's coming out of the graveyard other than this Gravecrawler and then stuff like Sarah Paragon and Lurrus. We don't have a ton of tokens to sacrifice. We have the Bitterbloom Bearer and for things like Yawgmoth. Koya exiles something. Loran destroys. Exiles. Obsessive Pursuit. Enters. Lose a life and create a clue. Where X is the number of sacrificed permanents. I kind of want to try it. Maybe we don't play the Stitcher Supplier. Carrion Feeder kind of sucks, but I feel like we still have enough zombies. Maybe. Soul Trader. Tide Hollow Sculler. I don't know. Oof, this is tough. Stuff I'm milling with Stitcher Supplier. What does that do that's good for me? Hmm. I think I'm gonna cut the Lion Sash and just sideboard it. I think I'm gonna cut the Imperial Seal too. Like, we don't have an infinite combo. And then one of these 4 drops. I like all of these 4 drops actually. Hmm. I want to make one more cut, and I think it should be a 4 drop. Maybe Mind Twist. Alright, let's try Mind Twist. Damn, I really want to try. Is Stitcher Supplier doing anything other than potentially milling Gravecrawler? I guess if I fill my graveyard, Lurrus gets better and Sarah Paragon gets better. Eventually. It's a pretty good card to Skull Clamp. And I could hit a Gravecrawler. Obsessive Pursuit. Oh my god. I want to try Obsessive Pursuit. I really do. Do I dare? Do I cut Loran? Loran's. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, let's try it like this. Oh, this is so bad. This is so sketchy. Alright, let's try it. Oh man, I'm cringing. Okay, well, we're on the play, and let's see what our hand is. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I think I've got a mulligan this, right? I literally have a 1 drop that does nothing, a 2 drop I can't play, and then no other mana. Okay, this is a little bit better. So I'll keep this, and I believe I'll get rid of I don't know. I mean, the Obsessive Pursuit is good to play on turn 2. I like these 4 drops. The Sarah Paragon can let me replay something. So let me get rid of the Soul Trader. All right, let's get rid of the Soul Trader. I think that's correct. Okay, hopefully I can slam this Obsessive Pursuit and follow it up with a One Ring or a Sarah Paragon. Oh wait, this is on your, oh, when it enters and at your upkeep. Yeah, that's pretty good. I guess if I hit a plains, I'd like to resolve the Sarah Paragon before the One Ring. Koya. All right, I guess let's go for the One Ring. I need to hit some white. And let's just draw a card immediately. Okay, we hit Lurrus, so Lurrus can replay the Lotus Petal. And then we really need to not fucking die, and we need to hit some life again. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent is doing. They must have removal. So I'd really like to resolve 2 threats this turn because we're losing life to our One Ring and our Obsessive Pursuit, so we really need some life gain. I'd like to get Lurrus and then some an immediate value by replaying the Lotus Petal. Okay, Ragavan. Ragavan can be dealt with. I just need a blocker. Okay, there's a land. So let's draw Dark Ritual. Interesting, interesting. At the beginning of the next end step, you may pay 4. So I would have liked to be able to sacrifice this card. Okay, so let's play Lurrus. So I have 4 mana right now. I could have 6. Exile up to 1 other target creature at the beginning of the next end step. You may pay 4. If you don't, return that card to the battlefield under its opponent's control. That's kind of annoying because it doesn't really do that much. But I think I'm going to cast the Dark Ritual anyway and just play a Koya and Lurrus, and then next turn we have Sarah Paragon. And then hopefully we can start attacking with one of our creatures. Because Sarah Paragon can get both of these creatures back. And we are losing a ton of life, so we need to sacrifice some permanents. We can sacrifice the Lotus Petal for 1, the Clue Token for 2. We really need to be able to sacrifice 1 more so that we can get some life gain back for this Obsessive Pursuit. And I also would not mind sacrificing the One Ring if we could do that. Interesting. So a Jeskai deck from our opponent over there still has 7 cards in hand. A little afraid. Okay. 3 mana, and that is Elite Spellbinder. Not the worst thing. Our Sarah Paragon costs 6 now, but that's not too bad. Now, if he attacks with Ragavan, I'm definitely blocking. So this is when you attack. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so he is attacking. I will block. Yeah, Elite Spellbinder is just not what he needed in that situation. It's just a little slow. Okay, so let's do this. Going to draw. Okay, there's the Ocelot Pride. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so play land. Play a Stoneforge Mystic. Okay, so Skull Clamp can get me more life, or the Jitte. Yeah, I think it's just Jitte. So Jitte, and I'm just going to, I just really need to gain the life right now. So I'm going to sacrifice this, sacrifice a clue token, and then I'm going to sacrifice another clue token. Okay, Palace Jailer, not bad. Should have recast the Lotus Petal immediately. All right, great. I did not get punished for my mistake, but I did cost another life for myself. So now I'm going to sacrifice this for a white, play my Ocelot Pride, and I gained life. So I make a 1/1. Oh, and 2 1/1s because I have the City's Blessing. And this game should be wrapped up pretty quickly. Like a board wipe doesn't even save my opponent right now. Yep. And opponent concedes. Okay, so they are playing Expressive Iteration, Ragavan, and Elite Spellbinder. So kind of like Jeskai control. I think it was a good call taking the Lion Sash out of the deck. The Mind Twist I kind of like, though. Obsessive Pursuit was really cool that game. The Soul Trader, not that great, I have to say. I just don't think Soul Trader and Twilight Diviner are good. And then what is Gravecrawler good for? What is it really? What is it good for? Nothing? Yeah, I mean, let's just take it out. It's a creature, but other than that, it's not doing anything. So, I mean, we could put in Carrion Feeder and have Gravecrawler. Twilight Diviner is just a 3/3, and we're really not casting stuff out of our graveyard too much. Except for like the Sarah Paragon and Lurrus. And like some of the best things we're going to be playing is this Lotus Petal, which doesn't even trigger anyway. Let's try this 3/3. Let's try Loran. Yeah, let's go like this. I think Lorant's fine. Stitcher, Supplier, and Gravecrawler are okay. I mean, it's pretty bad. Stitcher, Supplier is pretty bad. Gravecrawler's bad too. Oh man. Yeah, they're both bad cards. I mean, they're cool. They are cool when it works, but I just have no zombies in my deck because all of the zombies in my deck are bad. Like I'd like to be able to clamp the Stitcher Supplier over and over. Mm, Twilight Diviner is a little bit better than the Warren Soul Trader. It. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna leave Gravecrawler in simply because of Yawgmoth, and I'll put in as another zombie. The Warren Soul Trader can sacrifice things to make treasure tokens. That's not great. So I'll put in the Carrion Feeder. Oof. You know what? We had some extra mana that turn. Oh, shoot. Hopefully my changes were saved. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this. I have no fast mana, but a pretty decent curve. Oof. Turn one Mox. And it's an Ajani. That's scary. The Jit's pretty good. I got a Bitter Triumph. I got a Turncoat. Okay. So if I get Lurrus down, I can exile the Ajani. I'm going to have to take my beats from this 2-1 for a while. I think I'll just Tide Hollow Sculler on turn 2. Yep. I don't know why he didn't attack with a Johnny there. 3 mana for Lutri put into hand. Okay, so let's play the Tide Hollow Sculler. Take a look at that hand over there. Okay, Flame of Honor can deal 5 damage. Then he has Lutri and Expressive Iteration. There's also a Mana Vault that's scary. Well, I'll just take the Flame of Honor. I can deal with all of the other stuff. So I'll Lurrus on my next turn and then play and equip the Jitte. Alright, so let's see. Lutri. So he drew an island. We know his 4 cards in hand. It's nothing great. The white and the black source are kind of screwing him right now. He's gonna have to Expressive Iteration. And then pass. Maybe play the Mana Vault. Alright, so I'll take 2. Mana Vault. Okay. Man. Let me draw Lurin. Okay, that's interesting. So anyway, he has a Lutri that he can cast at instant speed with Flash. So I'm just going to play the Lurrus and pass. And there's a Lutri for no value, which is good. Like that's really good to see. And once again, we know the 2 cards in his hand, so he's going to have to try to expressive iteration into something good. And then on my turn, I can turncoat, exile that creature until this creature leaves the battlefield. I can turncoat exile the Ajani. Maybe I just exile the Cat Warrior token. Oh, he hit the Elite Spellbinder. Alright, so he's probably going to play his planes here. Yawgmoth. It's nice. There's a Spellbinder. And he probably exiles the Jitte, right? Like, I think that's what he should do. We're at a lower life total at the moment, but the Jitte is going to be really good against this board. Yawgmoth isn't doing a ton of stuff. If he takes Yawgmoth, I'm just going to play and equip the Jit. Although, that's not great, because he still can block with his Cat Warrior token. Okay. So I think now I'm just going to play my Turncoat and exile the Warrior token. Can this exile Planeswalkers? And exile target creature an opponent controls. Does he have a wizard on any of these things? No. Elemental Otter, Human Cleric, Cat Warrior. Alright, I'm just going to take another 2. We're not at any... We're really not under any pressure for our life total. That Skull Clamp is interesting. So what is this? This is a 3/2. So I think I will play this. Oh, it's 2 or less. Mana value 2 or less. Shit. Alright, then I have nothing that I can play. I can clamp the Stitcher Supplier and see. Maybe I just do that. Clamp the Stitcher Supplier. Mill 3. Okay, Stoneforge. Ooh, and I hit the Gravecrawler. Oh, a Guide of Souls is in here too. That's really interesting. So Stoneforge Mystic has no targets at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do is just start trying to build up a board presence and start gaining some life and just beat his board the old-fashioned way. Skull Clamp was a great draw there. Yawgmoth, I eventually. Okay. Big draw from opponent here. Don't even know what this does. Exile the top three. You may play those cards until the end of your next turn. What did he exile? Glimmerlens, Vivi, and Prismatic Vista. Gotcha. Vivi's scary. What's the next chapter on this? Add 1 mana of any color, exile it. It is firebending. It's a dragon. Avatar Roku. It's a 6/6. Gotcha. There's the Vivi. And now he's going to play his Glimmerlens, which is going to deal damage to me. And now he does have a wizard. Yeah, we really need to get this Jitte equipped quickly. And I would like to play the Yawgmoth. Hopefully we can gain some big life here. Yep. And I'm just going to take this 5. So I can play Stitcher Supplier, play Yawgmoth, start sacrificing the Gravecrawler. I mean, we'll see, we'll see. And play Yawgmoth, sacrifice Gravecrawler, shrink Johnny, replay Gravecrawler with Lurrus, get... I mean, that is 2 charge counters. Oh shit, Twilight Diviner. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Alright, so I'm always playing this Swamp. I play Twilight Diviner for 3. I have 2 mana left. I replay Stitcher Supplier, get 2 copies of it. That's pretty interesting. I might mill myself out though if I do that. I think I'm just going to sacrifice the Gravecrawler, replay it with Lurrus, and do that again. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. So yeah, let's just do that. 2, 3, 4. Play Yawgmoth. I'm just going to kill the Ajani because the Ajani is the scariest thing at the moment. Pay 1 life. Target Ajani, sacrifice Gravecrawler. And then just replay. At this point, I can just replay the Stitcher Supplier. He has no flying. Okay. So now I gain a life here. And mill 3. Then I'm just going to do this again. Pay 1 life. Target the Ajani here. Sacrifice Stitcher Supplier. Okay. So now I draw. Now I can go to combat and attack with my big lifelinker and pay the 3 to give it flying and gain some life. Okay. And now next turn is going to be a really good turn because I have Twilight Diviner. As long as my Lurrus survives, I'm going to be in pretty decent shape. I can also simply... Ooh, shit. Manamorphose with Vivi's pretty scary. If need be, I can sacrifice a Guide of Souls to kill the Elite Spellbinder. I would like to keep it though, because I really need to replay Stitcher Supplier and then replay Gravecrawler over and over again. Okay, so now he has 2 unknown cards in hand. Mana is not the bottleneck for our opponent. But his Avatar Roku is going to be an issue. Um, yeah, we're going to need to waste. We're going to need ways to kill that thing. If we get an energy counter, we can proliferate the energy counter and a -1/-1 counter on our opponent's stuff. And the +1/+1 counter on Lutri. Oh my god. On Lurrus. Alright, we're gonna need a good fucking turn, because that Jackrabbit is scary. Yeah, we're gonna need Gravecrawler to trigger a lot. Oh, I already have a zombie because of the Tide Hollow Scholar. Okay, I don't need that. I can play Deep Cavern Bat and look at his hand. This doesn't have haste, does it? Alright, Twilight Diviner I think is good. I can play the Twilight Diviner. I can play the Deep Cavern Bat. Yeah, I have a lot of options here. Stitcher Supplier, Gravecrawler, Deep Cavern Bat. Alright, well, 1, 2, 3. Twilight Diviner. I think I'm just gonna have to try to kill my opponent as quick as possible. Alright, they conceded. I mean, that game was a little sketchy, but I do think we were gonna win it. And our opponent was down on clock. Okay, so we saw the power of Gravecrawler, Stitcher Supplier, Tide Hollow Scholar with Yawgmoth that game. The Twilight Diviner is fun. The War on Soul Trader is not great. It's really not that good. But it's fine, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're in a bit of an awkward situation, but let's just run it back. It was fun at the very least. Okay, so we're on the draw. When 1 land here, we got to mulligan it. And this is a lot better, so we'll keep. And this is a great curve. 1, 2, 3 drop. Yawgmoth is sweet too. Man, what am I throwing back? Yawgmoth can start sacrificing these cats and stuff. Let's I don't know, let's throw Yawgmoth back. Maybe a land. Yeah, because we drew our 4th land there. Okay, Tameo, that's pretty brutal. but we have answers to it. Let's play the Tide Hollow Sculler and take a look at their hand. Okay, Natural Order scary, Questing Beast is scary, and Shieldred. Shieldred they can't cast. Natural Order they don't have a green creature. So I think I'm just taking the Questing Beast. And they're going to be sacrificing clues, but we have the turncoat on our next turn. So they just played the breeding pool. And they're just going to crack a clue here. Okay, Bitterbloom Bearer is fine. We're just going to sneak this Tameo and get in here. All right, nice. And we're making some cats. Oh, they hit the Shieldred. Let's see if this Palace Jailer does its job. And this is why we got rid of Yawgmoth, because we have a lot of good 4-drops in this deck. All right, nice. So clear the Shieldred out, clear it out, and we still have Questing Beast in hand. So we have City's Blessing and the Monarch. Next turn, we're gonna start copying our Bitterbloom Bearer tokens. I'm just gonna always yield to this, always yield to that. Yeah, this is brutal, man. Brutal. What a good. We literally just played 1, 2, 3, 4-drop. Okay, so against our opponent's deck, they have Natural Order, they have Tameo, they have Shieldred. I just really want more removal here. And unfortunately, we don't have a ton of removal. So, yeah, that is unfortunate. Mind Twist? Jitte does not seem great against this deck. Like, we can't really work through their stuff that quickly. So I think I'm going to take out Jitte. I'm going to take out Stoneforge. Lion Sash I don't think is doing that much. Let's throw in... Okay, so Imperial Seal. We don't even have good removal, to be honest with you. We have like Palace Jailer, Turncoat. Yeah. Mind Twist is fine. Cure All to copy some stuff. And let's just throw in the Seal and go like that. Alright, I mean, this hand is pretty good. Okay, yep, Ignoble Hierarch. Douthy's good. I have no way of knowing how reliant their deck is on the graveyard. But hopefully Deep Cavern Bat can snag something decent. Ah, shoot, Witherbloom command? Or Witherbloom Apprentice? Okay, the Dark Ritual. We can slam one ring here. But I think I'm just going to play this slow and take a look at their hand. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Shieldred is annoying, but we just lose with this Natural Order, so... Guess we're taking you. And the Animate Dead is also annoying. At least we have life gain. We can't really play the One Ring until we deal with the Shieldred, though. Okay, he's not playing Shieldred out. Stitcher's Supplier. Alright, well, let's try to draw some cards here. Dark Ritual, I really want to hit my lands. We're going to be gaining a tiny bit of life. Okay, we did hit the land. That's good. We can play a Douthie Voidwalker here, and the clock's not going to be doing that much. I guess I'll just Supplier. And what did we see in his hand? Oh shit, he has a fucking Animate Dead. Why did I do this? Oh, we hit Gravecrawler. Interesting. That's pretty funny. I don't really want him to Animate Dead the Gravecrawler. So, oh god, why did I fucking play the Stitcher's Supplier? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Well, on the bright side, he can't Animate Dead and Shieldred in the same turn. So, yeah. I'm gonna gain life, though. And I think I am just going to get the Gravecrawler out of my graveyard, because he's really likely to play Shieldred. And I can attack with it. Yeah, there's the Shieldred, which we knew of. He's going to give it haste. Nah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of life. But I think I kind of need to. Let's draw. Okay, Lurrus. That's exactly what I wanted. So this is a little sketchy. Can I get the Palace Jailer down now? Oh, no, I can't because of the Lightning Greaves. I can't even exile it. But that's still fine. I can play Lurrus. I can play Lotus Petal. Yeah, I think I'm still fine here. It's definitely sketchy, though. So let's go to combat and attack with this. I just can't draw any more cards with the One Ring. But I'm going to play Lurrus. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, can I make any other tokens? I don't think so. So I can go like this, play the Twilight Draw, play the Lotus Petal, and I believe I am just going to play the Douthie. Because I can start getting in for a lot of damage now, and I think I can even start racing this Shieldred. Yep. I mean, I knew that was bound to happen. But at least I have my Douthie down. Please, I want him to forget about Douthie. Okay, he just got rid of a forest. Hex Drinker. Hex Drinker I can exile. In fact, I can exile my own creature, but I think the Hex Drinker is a little bit more important. Alright, I cannot draw any more cards, unfortunately. I could attack with the Ocelot Pride for more life and then just replay it out of my graveyard. Let's see, 2, 3. He can block profitably on one thing. Is the Hex Drinker doing anything right now? This is interesting. I can play the Palace Jailer, exile Hex Drinker. What can what can I replay? I can't replay that much other than the Lotus Petal. I can attack with the Ocelot Pride and replay it by gaining another life. I don't think he's going to block with the Hex Drinker. Man, getting the Twilight Diviner into play on my side would be so good. If I exile the Twilight Diviner and I lose the Monarchy, is the Monarchy gonna kill me though? I think that's the question. So I think I have to go after the Hex Drinker and play the Lotus Petal to save 2 life, which is a little unfortunate, but I need every point of life I can get right now. All right, and let's just swing in with everything pretty much. Attack, attack. No, not with you. I'll attack with you. Nah, not with the Stitcher Supplier. I'll attack with the Douthie and this cat token. So I can gain life here. They block like this. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to replay the Gravecrawler, replay the Godless Shrine, not tapped, and then pass and make 2 more tokens. I'm at 10. This is definitely a slog. Loran would be good here. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of life. I need like a Guide of Souls or something. Oof, Bitterbloom Bearer. Oh my god. Alright, well, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to sacrifice some stuff. There's an anime dead in the graveyard, so I'm going to try to hit some good stuff. Oh wait, there's not an anime dead in the grave. Wait, what is in the graveyard? Shoot, this is so weird. All right, I'm going to sacrifice, I guess, the Gravecrawler. And then I'm going to sacrifice the Stitcher's Supplier. God, I'm so close to being dead. I need a Guide of Souls. I really need Guide of Souls. I wield Yawgmoth. Shit, I'm just gonna be dead, aren't I? Well, I'm not dead yet. Let's go to combat. Attack with all creatures. I'm not going to attack with the Lurrus, because I need him to replay Ocelot Pride. Okay, so I gain a little bit of life and replay Ocelot Pride and make this. He's at 11 life. Oof, I want to lose the Monarchy. So I'm at 4. Oh god, I'm gonna fucking die on my upkeep. Yeah, I think I'm just dead. I'm gonna die on my upkeep here. And yep, GG. I just couldn't turn the hump. Alright, well, I'm gonna throw this in. He has Animate Dead, he has, oh. I'm gonna throw in the Jit also. He has Dorks. And Animate Dead, I'll put this in too. Yeah, once again, the Soul Trader was just not good there. So I can take that out. Yawgmoth is cool. I'll take out the Mind Twist. And I'll just take out the Tutor. 14 minutes, that's enough time. Alright, I'll keep this. So what's the theory here? Do I Guide of Souls on turn 1 or Ocelot Pride on turn 1? Probably Guide of Souls, I think, right? Mana Dork, that's fine. I can even attack with that. I mean, the Jit's good. And maybe I should have played Jit, actually. But this is good, too. Three-drop creature would be nice here. Oh, God. Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, please. Alright, leveling up. Please, God. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic is better than nothing. Yes, I will use the ability. I will get Skull Clamp, and I'll just play Skull Clamp. And now I'll go to combat. I will attack, attack, attack. When this triggers, I'll pay 3, and I'll put it on the Guide of Souls itself. $14. 25 life. One more land and I have Jitte equipped. Okay, well I drew the land. And I think I'm just going to go for it. I do have the City's Blessing. Let's just go for it. First strike onto there, so I do first strike, buff it up. It turns into a 5/5. That's not the best, I guess. What am I even putting this on? I guess the Ocelot Pride for first strike? I don't know. Tashana's Tidebinder. What the hell? Okay, interesting. That's kind of annoying because I didn't trigger Ocelot Pride this turn then. I didn't gain any life. Yeah, that is annoying actually. Well, I'll just hit him for 3. And then I have the One Ring next turn. and he's under a lot of pressure. Ooh, questing beast. That's pretty cool. All right, Tide Hollow Sculler. So I can take a look at his hand, which I think is actually important here. And I'm at 2 energy. Yeah, I mean that does a whole lot of stuff. So Questing Bee says it can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Okay. So I think what I'm going to start off is clamp a cat. Okay. So there's a land. So now I can do Tide Hollow. Take a look at his hand here. Chain of Smog, Animate Dead, and Reanimate. Okay, interesting. So I'm just going to take the Chain of Smog because that represents an infinite combo. I'm going to do this immediately. Get another token here, and then I'm going to attack with my 2 flyers. Yes, I'll pay 3, and I will buff up the Ocelot Pride. So he's going to take 6. Gain a lot of life. I make a ton of tokens now. And this should be game. Yep, nice. Well, we dropped 1 match there. Let's edit the deck real quick. Yeah. Loran does seem good. What did I take out? Yeah, this Warren Soul Trader is bad. I'm going to put on Loran. And I'm going to run it back. Let's go for the 3-0. Okay, and unfortunately, we're on the draw. I'm going to have to mulligan this hand. Only 1 land. Ooh, bad hand again. Gotta mulligan it. Alright, and unfortunately, this is our keeper hand. I will. You know what? I'll put back the Dark Ritual in a swamp. Let's see if 2 card stealing cards are good enough to win this match. Dalty Voidwalker, and of course we're just drawing lands here. That's fine. Let's go with the flyer. Oh yeah, let's take the Orcish Bowmasters. So he has a pretty bad hand. Now what I'd like to happen is I attack with the bat. He flashes out the Borrower and blocks the bat. And I've only drawn lands this game. Okay, he doesn't. So what I'm going to do now is just play the Tide Hollow Sculler and try to take his Bowmaster or his Brazen Borrower. If he uses a Brazen Borrower on the Deep Cavern Bat, I just take Bowmasters. Yep, so he petty thefts that. Time Twister he has. Jeez. Well, I have to take Bowmasters. And then I'm going to play a land, not shock it in, and pass. And then hopefully draw something. Because I'm kind of getting dominated right now. Oh my god, my fourth fucking land. Okay, well, let's play the bat and take the time twister. Mana leak. Oh my god. Alright, at this point, just time twister me, please. I can't block any of his cards anyway. At least he didn't flash in Brazen Borrower on his end step. He has a bat. Well, it's not doing anything. Oh wait. Oh no, that is his bat. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. Thank God I can get a freaking Jitte. Or Skull Clamp. No, I should get the Jit. I can't equip it, unfortunately. Yes. But I need the life. And I'm going to play it immediately. I think his last card is Time Twister. I think the Jit puts him in a really bad situation. He only has one card exiled with the Delphi. And that card's not doing a thing. I just can't really let him get this Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, I don't know. If I were him... Okay, so he's going to Time Twister. Which makes sense. That's a good spot to Time Twister. If I were him, I think I would have gotten the Brazen Borrower down a turn earlier. Yeah, I can't block any of this. Like, he really just needed to put a clock on me. Okay. That's pretty cool. So let's go for the equip onto the Stoneforge Mystic. And let's go for the attack. See if anything happens here. We get the two counters, which are really nice. So now I can play a swamp. And what do I want to do? Lauren's not giving me any value. I do want to Bitter Bloom Bearer. I think I'm just going to Gravecrawler and pass. This turncoat's pretty good, but both of these creatures are handled by the Jitte right now. So I can flash upkeep the Bitterbloom Bearer, which is a great blocker against Brazen Borrower. Begin combat, attack. Yeah, let's kill the Voidwalker here. Now I'll take the 2, or take the 1, his ninjutsu. His ninjutsu Kaito. Interesting. Not too worried about Kaito, though. Although he did get his bat back. Now, is he going to play the Brazen Borrower, or is he going to play the bat? I think that's the question. Interesting deck. He has Glenalendra. He's playing the bat. All right. So because of that, I'm just going to Bitterbloom Bearer this right now. And unfortunately, the turncoat's going to get snagged. Oh, he just concedes. That game was not over by any means. All right. So against black-blue control. I think we're pretty set up for it. I'm a little bit afraid of some of his stuff, but like maybe we could throw in Cure-All to copy some like Tide Hollow Sculler triggers, Deep Cavern Bat stuff. We didn't really see any artifacts or enchantments for Loran. Let's just cut the Loran for the Cure-All and go like that. Alright, well, let's keep this. I mean, Umezawa's Jitte is really good against their deck. So I'm just going to play against Wasteland right now. Alright, well, let's Overlord and start ticking down this impending. What is this, mana leak? Okay, that's fine. Twilight Diviner is fine to get down next turn, and then the following turn we just double spell. Another counterspell? Okay. I mean, it's kind of funny, like, the only card I really wanted here is the Jitte, but I would like another non-land card. Oh, Psychic Frog? Fuck that card, dude. That card sucks so much. Oh, man. This is annoying. Psychic Frog's so annoying. I'm just gonna pass. I'm not going to attack. Well, let's see. I attack. He discards a card. I can shrink. I can basically deal 2 damage to it, or 3 damage to it. Yeah, I'm gonna pass, man. Because he keeps it alive. I lose my Guide of Souls and my Jitte. It's just not good. Oh no, the Brazen Borrower. Yeah, then we might have lost this one. The Psychic Frog. I need to find like hard removal for it immediately, or just something good. Bro, Psychic Frog is such a stupid card. Okay, well, Stitcher Supplier is not good in the face of in the face of a Douthie Voidwalker, unfortunately. But I kind of have to play it, even though I might lose the game because of it. I just hope that they're not that good of cards. Alright, I'm going to pass. What did I exile? Okay, nothing insane here. Nothing insane. Okay, so he's gonna get flying to draw his stupid card. Oh my god. Psychic Frog is such bullshit. But I can attack in with my cards and see what happens. He only has 1 card left. And he puts Lutri into hand, which is annoying. Okay, I have my own Douthie Voidwalker, which is pretty cool, actually. So I'm going to play my Douthie, which maybe I shouldn't do, but whatever. I will go to combat. I will attack with the Stitcher Supplier. I don't want to attack with the Guide of Souls yet. He's going to block with his Lutri. I'm going to kill the Lutri. and equip the Jitte to my Douthie. So we will kill Lutri here. Put the Jit onto Douthie. And now he might attack thinking his Douthie's unblockable, when in reality it's very blockable because I have a shadow creature. And I can remove a counter to buff my Douthie to make it a 5/4, eating his. Then I can sacrifice my Douthie for like a Curl or something like that. Okay, so Stitcher Supplier didn't technically die, so it gets exiled. Alright, interesting. So let's go for the block here. Block like so. And buff the Douthie to make it a 5/4. So now I got 2 counters, and I really want to kill the Psychic Frog. Oof, there's a Tamiyo. Oh, man. Alright, well, I could kill the Tamiyo. Let's just take this Godless Shrine tapped. No, don't pay 2. And I really want to hit a creature. Okay, and I did. Great. So now I can go 1, 2, play my creature, exile a card from his hand, which also triggers my Guide of Souls, which is going to let me buff up my Douthie Voidwalker. Which is going to be so annoying for him. He has some instant speed stuff, huh? Alright, I don't really need to look at my exile. I have nothing good in my exile. Oh, he has the Douthie Voidwalker removal. Alright, that's fine. Oh, and he discards the Time Twister? Alright, good. So that's a 4/5 right now. Gotcha. And he's got nothing. So I guess I should have used my I should have cashed in my Douthie, right? That was pretty stupid. Yeah, I'm not playing super well here. But yes, I'll pay the 3. So now this gets through his Brazen Borrower. And let's just see if he cashes in the Tamiyo. No, he doesn't. So now the question is, do I want to kill Tamiyo? I'm 1 counter away from killing the Psychic Frog. Yeah, I think I do. Or do I just want to kill Psychic Frog? Yeah, I think I'm just going to kill Tamiyo. Alright, if he plays the Brazen Borrower... Okay, he did not play the Brazen Borrower. Okay, so he is going to give Psychic Frog flying. Yeah, I fucked this up so much. 5, 6, so I'm going to take 5 here. Not much I can do about it. I had to kill Tamiyo. He's going to draw a card. I just need removal. Okay. Yawgmoth is interesting. Yeah, Yawgmoth's really interesting. I fucked this up so bad, though. So I will play Yawgmoth. Protection from humans. He can always give this Psychic Frog flying. So I gained 1 life. I can gain... I think I am going to sacrifice the Tide Hollow Sculler. Well, actually... because I could potentially get to some energy. But I think I'm going to deal damage first. So let's go to attack. Let's go to combat. Go like this and this. I will not remove counters. I will not pay energy. But I will get Jitte counters. He's at 8. I'm at 6. So I'm going to shrink the Psychic Frog. Get this out. Doesn't get a card. I'm going to draw a card though. Okay, so I drew a swamp. So I can discard the swamp to proliferate, buffing this guy up, putting another counter on my Jit, and getting one of those. I think that's pretty good. Because I'm at a lot of life here. Discard a card, proliferate. I think I'm fine. I can just pass here. But the good news is he does not have life gain. I do have life gain. I've got his Brazen Borrower covered. It really is just a Psychic Frog that's been drawing him a card every single turn. That's been a thorn in my side. Inquisition of Kozilek. That does nothing. So you can get the Psychic Frog flying. And he's going to deal me 4 damage. I do not believe I can shrink that. Actually, I could make it a 0. I can make it a 1 because he can discard. So I'm going to do this right now. Discard a card, proliferate. So I'll give myself an energy token. I will go here. I'll go here. Then say done. So I'm not going to shrink that. I'm just going to gain 2 life up to 6. Or up to 7. And then I'll take the damage. Alright, and he's ending his turn. So I drew another land, so I'm going to have to proliferate. So let's just do that right now. Discard a card, proliferate. Discard you. Because now I can buff up Yawgmoth. You. Done. And now I'm going to go to combat. Attack. With you. And we'll pay 3 to buff Yawg up. Put it on Yawgmoth. Done. Wait, what the heck? When you do, okay. No response. He's targeting himself? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but if this is a bounce spell, I'm going to be so pissed. Oh my god, it is. Why did I do this? Okay, whatever. That was really dumb. How did I misclick that? I could have had a flyer, but now I don't. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Okay. I will replay the fucking Guide of Souls, and I will equip the Guide of Souls with the Jitte. Oh, and of course it's a fucking Orcish Bowmasters. Um, sure, whatever. I'll take it. That was so bad. That was so bad. I could have had lethal on this turn. Instead, I just fucking misclicked. All right. He didn't give it flying, so I'm going to finally kill this thing. Unless he has removal. Okay. Sure. Are you going to discard a card? Nope. All right, and he conceded. So even though I blundered, we still made the 3-0. Uh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know about those. That did not feel like a great deck that I had, but it was pretty cool. It was definitely pretty cool. I mean, we had some really good synergies. Obviously, Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride are great. We misplayed like a motherfucker in that last game. Like not putting the 3 counters on Yawgmoth, not sacrificing Douthly Voidwalker to get another 3/3 into play. Like, we just gave our opponent so many chances and we still just managed to stumble over the finish line. Uh, anyway, is Gravecrawler and Stitcher Supplier good enough to play on its own? I don't know. Uh, anyway, thanks for watching and have a good rest of your day.